My name is Scott Mertens, and I'm the director of the Sycamore Middle School Bands. I just want to thank you for coming out tonight. It's a beautiful, gorgeous evening. Our concert will be on the shorter end tonight, but we're going to try something that we've never done. We've combined our 7th and 8th grade band for all of our band songs this year for this concert. So, yes, there's only 4 songs for them. But a lot of what we're doing at this time of the year is working on solos and ensembles. It's a big part of our music program here in Sycamore. For those of you who don't know, like at our high school, we go to a contest, an IHSA sanctioned contest, and many of our students go there, they play solos and ensembles, and many of them do very, very well. We're crossing our fingers. There may be some really good news to announce very soon about the high school, and I'll make sure you guys get that information when it becomes official. But one of the things that we do, up until like the February concert, up until March, mid-March when we have our festival, is that we're working on solos and ensembles. We're not working on band music very much. So, and one of the reasons that our ensembles have done so well is that focuses students on being individually responsible for their part. They can't just hide in their section. It's them and maybe 1, maybe 2 other people on their instruments. And that sort of accountability and that sort of responsibility, we think, helps them not only become better musicians, but it helps them become more responsible students. It gives them a real world experience of, I have to do this, and I have to do this well, And then they get some feedback. We bring in some professionals. And anyway, so today I took some volunteer groups, soloists, and also one ensemble that are going to play for you tonight in between our full band songs. This is the first time we've done this, and rather than have a showcase concert of just solos and ensembles or just a band concert, I figured let's combine them both. And you get to hear me play piano, hopefully well, for these students, and as I'll be accompanying 3 of the 4 groups tonight. So, and I'll be announcing those groups as they perform. Our first song tonight is a march. It is the Alamo March. It is written by Carl King, who is from Iowa, I believe from Fort Dodge, Iowa. And anyway, it's going to feature our entire band. It'll feature our low brass section at times, and hopefully it'll feature us playing with good dynamic contrast. This is Alamo. on this concert, there's a few things. There's so much going on right now, and I want to give you a little bit of news about each one of those things that's happening. And I want to say this one before I forget. There's an NCJC Music Festival, which is a conference. It's mainly an athletic conference, but it's also art and music also are involved in events for that as well. And there's a big NCJC conference festival. It's kind of like All District Band, only it's bigger, and it's just the schools in the conference. It's the DeKalb schools, Belvedere schools, Caneland, Rochelle, and Burlington Central, the district formerly known as Burlington Central, sorry. So anyway, the following students are going to be participating in that. Go ahead and stand up as I say your name. From 7th grade, it's going to be Ben Tucker, Bronwyn Butler, Eli Borison, Fiona Long, Ben Fitzenreiter, Nadi Porcayo, Max Mangini, Dominic Biondo, and Garrison Spencer. And then for 8th grade, well, it will apply when I'm almost done. For 8th grade, Olivia Solfesberg, Sarah Melnick, Amelia Weingars, Sam Ike, James McConkey, Ruben Pittman, Colin Sloman, Caden Jacobs, Austin Dorr, and Liam Jones. Did I forget anybody? I didn't. Go ahead. Did you stand up, 8th graders? You did? Okay, sorry. I was too intent on my job. NCJC. I know they will represent Sycamore very well at that festival. I'm very proud of these guys. I'll talk more about that later. Another thing going on very soon, there's the Sycamore Music Boosters mattress sale, which is happening Saturday, April 29th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Sycamore Park District Community Center. It's the big building they built fairly recently, and they have like a main room. And I know for some of you it may be very odd. It's like a mattress sale? What's that? Well, there's this particular company works with many boosters organizations and many school organizations across Illinois, even the country. I'm surprised at the scope of it. I think CFS is the name of the company. But anyway, I'm going to be handing students some more information on this tomorrow. We have some yard signs. If anybody would like to advertise in their front yard, show support for the Sycamore Music Department and the Music Boosters. I have some here. I have some also at the middle school. Find me after the concert. I'll be back there herding cattle. Sorry, children. My sorry. Sorry, they're humans. Sorry. They really are. You're going to do a nice job. You'll prove your humanity again in just a little bit, okay? Before I dig myself in anymore. So anyway, mattress sale. My wife and I, we bought our mattress there. It's great. We also went and bought a really firm pillow. It's great. It's a way you can show. A lot of people have done this in recent years. DeKalb does it. I know Genoa does it. I know Hononegah just had theirs fairly recently, Hononegah High School. But again, circle on your calendars. If you're even thinking of looking at a mattress, between 10 and 5 on the 29th. Students, if they refer people, can win money and or prizes. I'm going to do more research on that, but they can get a little bit of money out of this too. So it is. Please consider going, checking it out. Even if you need like bedding or stuff like that. I know they have pillows. I know that. So check that out. Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Ike? All right, as good as he's gonna be, yeah. So anyway, this is Sam. He has played saxophone up until this year, and this year he's like, I'd like to learn bassoon. I'm like, here you go. With a bassoon that was purchased with money from the Sycamore Music Boosters once upon. We have a nice Fox bassoon that we were able to purchase upon the recommendation of a friend of mine who plays the Washington Opera. So this piece we're gonna play, it's a melody you've probably heard before. It's called Funiculi Funicula. got to kill a little bit more time. Sorry about that. So, so yes, anyway, while they're getting ready, I was talking about the Sycamore Music Boosters. Okay, we are in kind of a really critical moment right here. More critical than we've been in a long, long time. We are currently in need of a new vendor chair and general manager for the Autumn Craft Fair and Craft and Treasures Market, which happens in October. That is the main fundraiser that the Sycamore Music Boosters has every year. It's the one that we've relied on ever since I've been here, going back, 40, 50 years, essentially. It happens during Pumpkin Fest weekend. It's really how we are able to function. We purchase many awards, a lot of plaques. We give scholarships of up to $250 for students to attend summer music camps, which I'll talk about a little bit. They raise a lot of money for us, and it's one of the reasons we're able to do a lot of the things we can do. We really need some parents to step up into these positions. Both of those positions are paid positions. And we're really looking for some people who, now very fortunately we have some people who are close to the organization who have run that, who would be happy to share their wisdom and help and mentor as far as what happens with this craft fair. But it is really, really crucial that we find somebody for that. So if you yourself or you know of somebody who would be good, again, these are paid positions, and they are crucial, absolutely crucial to the lifeblood of our Sycamore Music Boosters program. So I'm putting it out there that we really are looking for somebody to step up, or a couple of people, one for each position. So if you have questions, please email me, and I can also put you in touch with people in the boosters who can tell you about those positions. I will talk more about some elected positions in the boosters in a little bit. Did I stall well enough? Good, okay. So you have here, you guys want to face them since they're the, I'll help you. Why don't you face them? Because they're the ones listening to you. I listen to you all the time. I don't need to hear you. You sound good or else you wouldn't be playing, but they're here. So, can you move over a little bit more, Jackson? And the piece that they're going to play is La Marisque. You may start when ready. Yeah, nice job, guys. So, Caden's actually doing double duty. He's for this concert he learned euphonium, which again, while I'm thinking of it, I want to do a nice shout out to the Wurlitzer Foundation, the Farney Wurlitzer Foundation, for granting us 2 new euphoniums for use in the high school band program. One of which that Mr. Jacobs will get to use next year. That the Farney Wurlitzer foundation is under the umbrella of the DeKalb County Foundation, which they have their charitable day of giving coming up in May. Keep your eyes out for that. They're a wonderful organization. And they sponsor, the Sycamore Music Boosters is one of the organizations that you can donate to as part of that day of giving. I don't have it off the top of my head, but it's in early May, and I'll make sure I get that out to you guys. Okay, everybody set? This next piece is one of my absolute favorites. It's a ballad, and it's written by Fred J. Allen. And this is one of the reasons that I wanted to combine for this concert, because I felt like with the two bands together, we could do this piece justice. This is When the Stars Began to Fall. So I was speaking about the Sycamore Music Boosters, such an important integral organization to what we do here in Sycamore. They've supported us through so many ways. Scholarships, awards, many of the things that we have, like that bassoon right there, many of our instruments here once upon a time. We're now a much more stable department thanks to the boosters. They are, they're so integral to what we do. They also are in need of, we're having elections coming up for vice president, for treasurer, for publicity chair, and for scholarship chair. If you were interested in any of those, I believe I sent an email earlier today to many of you. Please email me if you didn't get it or you would like to get, if you're not on the mailing list. I owe a couple people emails out there that I need to put on their mailing list. But please, we are looking for people to volunteer for those positions. We really are looking, those are volunteer positions, but it's a wonderful, stable organization. It's also a great way of keeping track of your children. I mean, we don't really have PTOs. We do, I'm so sorry for, we do have PTOs at the middle school, but they don't through high school, I guess is what I'm saying. It's a great way to kind of keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on within the schools and your children without being physically there. You get to hear from us music teachers. You get to see how kind of everything fits together. And it's one of the most rewarding things I think that you can do, and it really helps us a lot. So anyway, those positions are open. So please consider, if you have any questions at all, please do email me and I'll be happy to talk with you. Okay. How are we doing, Amelia? Good. Okay, this is Amelia Weingars over here on clarinet, and she's going to be playing, March of the Marionette, correct? By Charles Gounod. Excellent. We'll now move along with our third piece, the epic Knights of Dunvegan, which is a castle in Scotland. This is Knights of Dundee. So we're gonna have one more soloist, and I'll introduce him in just a second. Those of you who were able to get, again, I apologize, I meant to get QR codes, and I just, in the midst of all the tumult beforehand, getting everything straightened out, I might as well tell you this right now. One of those things, one of the trombone players had his spit valve come off of his instrument just before we started here tonight. And back in 2010, I had our high school jazz ensemble. We were playing at the state convention, and we had the exact same thing happened. And so I was like, oh my goodness, what do we do? And a trombone playing friend of mine, I'll never forget, he's currently the director at Oswego High School, and he's like, gum. And I'm like, what? Have them chew some gum and put it on the end and just leave it. I'm like, seriously? Hey, hold up your instrument, Mr. Bangini. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but my all-district trombone player is functioning now thanks to the multi-uses of gum. So we're gonna call him Max McIver from now on. Okay. So anyway, so Memorial Day. Sometimes we need to do that sort of stuff on Memorial Day. I want to thank the parents who have volunteered to help out because any number of things can happen that day. It's a 1.1 mile parade that we do through through downtown Sycamore. Hopefully the construction won't be quite so scary on Memorial Day. But we'll march through a little bit of downtown, down Salmonac, over to Charles, and then into Elmwood Cemetery, where we will stay. There will be a short ceremony that they will do. We'll board the buses, and we'll be back around 11:45 for pizza. So these guys will be getting pizza, courtesy of the veterans who've been donating money the last couple of years, thankfully, very, very kindly. We're actually going to do the real parade this year. We're not just doing the processional inside the cemetery. So we're going to be practicing in the neighborhoods north of campus. Those of you who live north of campus, we are going to be doing some patriotic pieces, but there's one that we're specifically going to be doing for north of campus, and you guys will be getting that tomorrow. Okay, so that's coming up May 29th. This is our last concert band concert of the year that we're doing. We specifically do this one a little early, and then we will be doing our final performance, which again, people go out of town for Memorial Day, school's essentially out at that point, understood. But if your child is in town that day, or if you can be in town that day, it's really, really helpful. We have a lot of fun, and it's a great bonding experience, and it's a great community event. So, all right, how you doing, Garrison? He's good. All right. This is Garrison Spencer. He just started playing tuba this year. He's new to our district, but he's picked up the tuba rather quickly. And he's going to be playing, I believe it's Edvard Grieg, right? In the Hall of the Mountain King. Put your Viking helmets on, everyone. Again, I want to thank you for making music a priority in your children's lives, especially in this post-COVID era. I think music is can be such an important formative subject to help them become more responsible adults. I think it helps them with their attention span, their ability to focus for longer periods of time. It helps them work with other people. It usually they're at least getting the reps in early, which is good. And just learning how to work with people. You know, just learning how to be quiet. That it's not all about you. It's about us, and how that relates. That's just going to help them so much, both in middle school and as they get older. You know, not even talking about the skills of being able to read music and some of the academic benefits that come from that. So again, I just want to thank you for making that a priority in your children's lives. If you like what you hear tonight, tell your friends, let them know. I just want to say, because I may not have another chance, I can't tell you how proud I am of these guys, because the 7th graders, they all started online during COVID. Most of them started. Now, a couple of them came into the program later, like Nadia, you know, Garrison, but those 7th graders, they all started online. They met every Friday. They didn't have to. And we kept most of them, which was amazing, of the ones that we started. Of the 8th graders, they were in 5th grade, and they had the plug pulled from them in March. And so I was basically like a DJ. Hey guys, here's Let's Go Band with a disco beat. Let's play along, you know. And some of these guys came back, you know, and they would have like meetups. We wouldn't even play. And I'm just like, man, what are we gonna do? So tonight, the way I see it, this is kind of a confirmation. I just want to thank you, because it wasn't easy to keep these guys involved in music with what they dealt with. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank them, because I couldn't really be any more proud, and I'm trying not to tear up right now, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll stop talking finally. But before I do that, percussion, if I can help your help in getting some of this equipment back, Mr. Goodman would really appreciate it. I think Max's brothers might be here to help direct traffic. Well. Oh no, I take it back. I think it's if Marty Ike's out there, like younger Marty, if you can help out, that'd be awesome. Help these guys. Okay, now I'll be quiet. This is the Pink Panther theme. See. We'll have them out to you in just a little bit. If you want to just chill out here, that's fine. We'll get them out to you. We're going to move some percussion equipment. If anybody's got any extra time to help move percussion equipment, that's fine amongst these guys. Again, thank you very much. Thank you for making music an important part of your children's lives. Love working with these guys. Have a safe and great night. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. So let's have you guys go back first. So you can come back, obviously, and get the other two.